now on to the part I'm going to call 1.2, how to take citations and then put them into a PowerPoint presentation and what to do if they don't copy over correctly, how to adjust it. So first you're going to need to copy your citations. If you don't know how to copy things, you can either left click, scroll, select, right click, copy, or you can do copy up here in the clipboard, or you can do, for selecting, Control A is to select everything on the page, and then Control C is the keyboard shortcut to copy. And then when you want to go and paste, if you just paste straight on from Word document to PowerPoint without a text box, it should typically format it correctly, but I'm going to show you an example of if it doesn't. And recommendation, do not paste into a, if you go to insert and then you do new slide, don't paste into here because it will format it incorrectly based on the bullet point and other issues. So what I recommend instead is a blank area, and you're going to insert a text box. It's just under insert, and then scrolling to the right, text box, and then I'm going to have it here take up pretty much the full space. And so then when we paste, we have options of either pasting how the system has it or pasting another way. Just for fun, I'm going to paste it like this. And that is definitely not proper MLA format, so I'm going to show you how to fix it. So first, you're going to select everything. Be careful when clicking Control A here because it can sometimes select the slide as a whole. So now that that is selected, you are now back in the home area. And then up here, the third option after clipboard slides font, you're going to change that to Times New Roman. Proper MLA citations on in papers or articles, journals are going to be in 12-point font, although I'm not sure if that applies here, but I'm going to put it in 12-point font anyway. And so then now we can see that it's in 12-point font, Times New Roman. This should be, the Works Cited portion should be centered, so I'm going to center that. And then I'm going to select everything, open paragraph. General alignment isn't going to apply here, but the things underneath are going to be left. And then indentation, you're going to want it to be special hanging. And then spacing, you don't want single point, you want double point. Okay, this is part 1, addendum, because if you want to be fully proper in MLA 9, I missed something that should have been removed while doing the formatting and editing. That is when you have a website, be it a DOI website or an article website that's from a news source, that kind of thing. Anytime that you have a website, you do not include the https:// section into your Works Cited for MLA 9, even if the places that you go to have it help build that citation for you will include it. Just make sure to erase that portion for having it fully properly formatted. So I'm going into these and I'm removing that part. Something that I would also like to show you is how to utilize the DOI 10 instead of this .org version as one way to represent DOI in proper format inside of your Works Cited page. And so to find that, I'm going to use this one because it already is formatted in a way that I can recognize as easily the DOI 10. The different notations, 9, 10, help indicate what kind of source it is, where the source is coming from, print or online article. But what I just showed you and talked over is that in the MLK search, you can insert a DOI and it will bring up that exact source from where you got it from into the options that you have. You'll be able to find a source. And so, see here, why should I cite you? If I want to scroll down here, this shows the DOI. And now you just know how to do that properly, but I want to show you something that is kind of neat, is that you can take the DOI here, there's a version in DOI 10, and then if you go into your browser, you can just type that, and it will show you different places that you might have access to it. Mind you, because in this version you're not logged into your student library access, you might not have access to the full article, so do go through the MLK library logged in order to be able to find things that you can use all of it for. It's just to showcase that you can find an article again by using the DOI, and here's a website version. This is one of the examples that DOI not found. I must have error. I accidentally forgot to remove the period, but here, okay, one final set of corrections for the proper MLA 9 format. So here, because the DOI is the last link, as well as being a DOI, in this instance, it is not going to be part of the container. Instead, we're going to put a period at the end of this section container. And in MLA 9, you no longer need to have the word access before date access, so we're going to erase that. And I'm going to make those adjustments onto these sections here. Now, in this area, there is a comma instead of a period, because rather than being a link, this is the DOI 10 information. And finally, down here, this is already formatted correctly with the period, because that is the end of the largest and final container, the DOI link here, and the date without the access part for that. So now, this Works Cited is the proper MLA format for MLA 9.